Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. This morning we have a very serious topic to discuss and a video clip for you to watch and listen carefully as well. Alright, but first of all, let me say big up to all my people going out to work, coming in from work. My progressive, productive, clean-hearted people. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and don't forget to love yourself. Alright, treat yourself good and respect yourself. Then you will be able to love others, treat others good, and have real respect for others. Now, let's get into this story. So, this story today, we're going to talk about this pastor right here from Brooklyn, New York. This face of this man right here. Allegedly, very demonic. Not allegedly, but is so. And you're going to hear the testimony of a family member, and you're going to watch her on video right now, but I'm going to say something first. These charges were brought up. Brooklyn pastor charged with sexually abusing his own daughter. Now, I must tell you that this daughter is still very young, and the daughter just broke out one day and told her sister-in-law. The story headline says, a prominent New York pastor has been charged with sexually abusing his own daughter over the last 6 years, police reports. Matthew Gibson, who heads the Progressive Baptist Church of Brownsville in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, have been accused of repeatedly sexually assaulting his own daughter, who was 14 years old, right after her mom had passed away. Imagine how traumatic that is for a child, not only to grieve her mom's passing, but deal with this. Matthew Gibson's daughter reportedly revealed this to her sister-in-law, and you're going to hear that sister-in-law. You're going to see her on video. She's going to talk. Her husband, the young girl's brother, had full custody of them, and the father, which is the pastor, had been getting visitation rights. And this is what he had been doing during his visitation time with his daughter. It is so sad because the daughter was actually made to believe that she was working in the church, in her father's church, that she was being a usher at her father's church, when all along it was for his sexual pleasure, his own daughter. The face of this man. And of course, her sister-in-law, who brought everything to light, is distraught. And she is holding nothing back. So, without further ado, you're going to hear that sister-in-law speak right now. And I want you to listen carefully to what she has to say.
My husband's little sister came home from school, and she just didn't seem right. So, we're asking her, Money, are you okay? Is everything fine? You having a bad day? She was bothered by her day. And long story short, she told us that she had a problem with boys. She didn't like boys. She didn't want anything to do with them. And so when I asked her why, she said because of my dad. So we said, okay, why because of your dad? What happened? And she just blurted out to us that for the past, I don't even want to speak it, however many years, he has been taking her after church on Sundays during his weekend visitation. He's been taking this baby into the bathroom in the church, raping her. In the backyard of the church, raping her. Inside of the choir room, raping her. And we had no idea that this was happening. My husband's little sister came home from school, and she just... I'm so disgusted. This baby was an usher in the church. She came to usher and was being raped in the church by her own father, Matthew Gibson, and the pastor, the bishop. His name is Ben T. Gibson. The church is Progressive Baptist Church, 293 Howard Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. This been raping women in the church. He's been raping little girls in the church. There was a child that had a baby, and they thought that the baby was the bishop's because this raped for years. I'm so disgusted. This baby was an usher in the church. She came to usher and was being raped in the church by her own father.
Alright, so the update to this story is that he has been arrested, okay, and he's been charged with multiple charges: criminal sexual abuse and forcible touching of a female victim between the ages of 9 and 14. See, we do these stories all the time and we try to tell people stuff like, please watch your children, and I mean really watch your children, and don't trust anyone, and I mean don't trust anyone. Who more to have been trusted than her own father, especially after the death of her mother? To deal with the death of a mom at such a young age, and then on top of that, your father doing this to you, that's traumatic, extremely traumatic. People tend to trust, especially in our Caribbean community, people tend to trust those P's, the politicians, the pastors, the police, and predators often hide in these positions because these positions are positions of authority. These positions put them in a position to be trusted. It puts them in a position to have authority over others. It puts them in a position to be in control of the minds of others. And therefore, they're able to get away with things like this for a very long time. Reading straight from BET News, it says that he's been arrested. The part that's very disturbing to me about this is, although it was happening, I'm learning now that this little girl is actually a twin, and she has a brother. So it was a set of twins when she was born. She was the girl, and she had a brother. The twin brother, after their mother died 7 years ago, their older brother took custody of them and became the siblings' guardian, while their father, the accused pastor, was granted visitation rights every other weekend. Maples first learned of the alleged abuse last week when the teen came home from school, and the teen just blurted out, as she stated in the video, after they asked her, "What's wrong? You okay? How was your day?" And she first said she has a problem with boys, and it's because of my dad. And then her sister-in-law asked her, well, why? What happened? Why would it be because of your dad? Not knowing. And the child just spilled the beans. This viral video is the video you just watched. The young girl's twin brother told NBC News New York that he was present at the church while all this was happening. But here's the little boy. The little boy says, he would keep us apart. He would make me play on the drums, and when it was happening, I wouldn't be nowhere around them. The girl brother said, I feel like in the moment I let my sister down. Poor child. So he has this child banging loud on the drums, right? This is a demon. He has this all calculated. You're going to bang loud on the drums, make a whole lot of noise. No one will be able to disguise whatever is going on here. No one will be able to tell. He has been charged with criminal sexual abuse and forcible touching of a female between the ages of 9 and 14. And for sure, he will now see his day in court. And I hope that they give him the max of whatever it is that he is to get. I also hope that this little girl gets some form of counseling, because she is definitely going to need it long term. She's going to need it for a long time, not one time or two times or for a short period of time. She's going to need it from now going all the way into adulthood, and probably even during adulthood. It's SouFLoTV, man. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm out.
Matthew Gibson and the pastor, the bishop, his name is B.T. Gibson. The church is Progressive Baptist Church, 293 Howard Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. The bishop was raping his daughter. He's been raping women in the church. He's been raping little girls in the church. There was a child that had a baby, and they thought that the baby was the bishop's, because this man has used his calling to lure little girls and which is my husband's baby sister, and we've been raising this baby, and she's been raped for years, and we